Hello students, welcome back to music class. Today is going to be our last Christmas music lesson of this year. So I have a few Christmas songs for you guys today and Christmas books. So the first one is Jingle Bells. And some of you might remember this book, but some of you are not familiar with this book. This is the Jingle Bell song that we all know and love, and it's also going to help us learn about some of the Christmas traditions that are celebrated all over the world. So you can sing along to the parts that you know, and just look and listen to the parts that are different, which are about the traditions from different places in the world. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Soaring through the sky, on a magic ride, in our sleigh we fly, traveling far and wide. We can hardly wait to see and compare how other countries celebrate the Christmas season there. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Here in Mexico, there's no need to be glum. All the children know candy's sure to come. Bearded little gnomes, bearing gifts and toys, are often hiding in the homes of Swedish girls and boys. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. See the folks parade in the Philippines. Lanterns that they made light the cheerful scene. Polish families feast by candlelight. The meal begins when someone sees the first star of the night. Oh, jingle bells, jingle merrily. Christmas is a special time for friends and family. Kids in Italy find it hard to snooze, knowing there might be some presents in their shoes. What a lovely treat. In Kenya we can hear the sound of voices soft and sweet, spreading Christmas cheer. Oh, jingle bells, jingle as we ride. Christmas is a happy time with good friends by our side. Dashing through the snow as our journey ends, to our home we go with our newfound friends. By the firelight, good times we will share, and bid warm wishes on this night to people everywhere. Oh, jingle bells, jingle loud and clear. Merry Christmas, peace on earth, and a wonderful new year. The end. The next book I want to share with you guys is a book called The Snowman's Song. And this is actually not a singing book, but a story about a little snowman who wants to sing. And it is a rhyming story. So it's kind of like a song, but not quite a singing song, just more of a poem. It's true, you know, that people of snow send their thoughts around without making a sound. Their feelings become small jewels of pure ice, and they sense these frost drops like a snowy cold spice. I want to sing, the little snowman sent his thought to his mother. I want to go a-caroling like a happy child with a silvery voice. It's Christmas time. I want to rejoice. Snow people can't sing, his mother thought sadly. We're made of snow and it makes no sound. A child of snow doesn't have a voice. I'm sorry, son, you don't have a choice. But her little son Snowman had so many strong wishes he wanted to share that he made a windstorm of whirling thought air. I want my voice to be like church bells or like harps that angels play in the clouds. I want my voice to be bright, happy, and loud, so all the people and creatures of earth will hear my proud hymn to our Savior's birth. A tiny bright bird with a darting quick pace wrapped her feet on his tree arm and sang near his face. Her thoughts formed soft snow notes, so sweet and clear, he almost felt he had ears to hear. Why can't I sing like you? Thought the little snowman. Of course you can, she sent this thought back to him, as she touched his snow head with the tip of her wing. But first, you really need to believe that no matter what anyone thinks back to you, it just isn't true that a snowman can't sing. Can I do that? Everyone tells me I don't have a choice. I'll never make music or have my own voice. I'm not sure how you do it, she sent back her warm thoughts. I just know before you can change who you are, you have to believe. Feel it deep in your heart. Think strong thoughts in your mind. Even when there's no hope, you must see a star. So the sad little snowman put on a brave face. He worked hard to replace his doubts and his fears with thoughts of sweet songs, music, bells ringing, and choirs. Deep in his heart, like a candlelit fire, his bright wish remained his one heart's desire. The sun always cheered him. At dawn he felt strong. He tried to have hope that his voice would soon flower. Would this be the day? Would this be the hour? But his spirit grew weak as the day became long. Each day was a chance to make a new start. But by night he cried ice and felt sad in his heart. Sometimes he looked up for signs in the sky, but nothing was happening. He couldn't make sounds. Despite all his wishing, no one seemed to be aware that deep in the park, in the snow, he was there. But one day he woke up. Something was new. The morning was crisp. The sky was bright blue. He felt powdery footsteps. Mommy, look what I found. A small girl stood near him. Then she jumped up and down. Her eyes were so happy, her thoughts like bright light. Her warm voice was filled with pure Christmas delight. He's such a cute snowman. Can I stay and play for a while? Of course you can, dear. I'll be right here. Just have a good time. For most of the day, she played beside him. She straightened his hat and turned up its brim. She draped her red winter scarf around his middle. She sang him 3 songs and she told him a riddle. Then she dangled her store-bought glass beads and charms all over his long carrot nose and both arms. Do you think he can hear me? She asked her mother. Are you crazy? Sneered her big brother. He rolled his eyes. Who told you those lies? Snowmen can't hear anything that you say. Let's go home, said her mom. We'll come back another day. But the little girl didn't want to go home. Her once joyful thoughts took a somber tone. She ran up to the side of his sad snowy face and whispered these words, which felt like an embrace. I know you can hear me. I really believe it. I think you are special. I'll never forget the day that we spent. I hear your music even though you can't speak. And then she leaned over and kissed his cold cheek. He wanted so much to sing just one small note, but nothing would come from his cold, hard snow throat. If only she knew he could hear what he could hear in his head, the sweet, gentle grace of the words that she said. But something was happening. He just didn't know, for where she had kissed him, she left a warm glow. And little by little, the snow melted spaces, leaving tiny pearl strings of small open spaces from the side of his face to the base of his throat, like the holes in a flute that play very high notes. The night before Christmas was the worst night he'd had. All around there was music. Everyone seemed so glad. He silently stood in his place in the park. His feelings were frozen. His thoughts were so dark. His mother was worried. She felt his despair, and she tried to send comfort to him through the air. He knew that she cared, but his cold, heavy silence was too sad to be shared. The loss of his dreams was too much to shoulder, and they wouldn't come back even if he had told her. He bowed his head and shut his eyes tight. Snow was starting to fall. It was such a cold night. With the last ounce of courage that only faith brings, his thoughts formed this prayer with frost-covered wings. Please let me sing a song filled with light. Then my life will be perfect, my thoughts will be right. And all the sweet sounds angels use to stop doubt will burst forth from my heart and out of my mouth like a powdery snow over the holy night, this holy night. He almost missed her soft steps in the snow. She was holding a candle that gave a warm glow. It was the small girl who had brought him a gift. She sensed all his tears. His soul needed a lift. Round his neck there was tinkling little spoons hitting glass. She made him a necklace in her second grade class. Silver bells, gold stars, and snowflakes of blue. It was beautifully fashioned, and it made music too. This gesture of kindness made his heart feel so light. His spirit was lifted. He forgot all his sorrow. No more thoughts of tomorrow, no more thoughts of his past. He just loved this one moment. He wanted to freeze it just so it would last. Then the winter wind came with a huge forceful blast. The tinkling bell necklace swirled round very fast, and all of a sudden the holes near his face blew out lyrical sounds like a heavenly flute. The whole world stood in place. His dream was fulfilled. He was no longer mute. His song was spring rains and violin strings, the fragrance of flowers and hummingbird wings, words of great kindness, the faith in our hymns, the shine in our eyes, and a little girl's whims, more joyful than angels, more peaceful than sleep, filled with longing and prayers and memories to keep. All the love in his mind, all the light in his soul, his dreams for the future, his hopes to be whole, were the notes of his music, his own unique psalm. Her soft giving spirit had made his thoughts calm. She knew he had heard her. It was golden and true. The wonder of Christmas surrounded these two. For this sweet frozen moment, this small speck of time, in heaven and earth everything was sublime. The end. So I do want to practice some of the Christmas carols that we will be singing tonight in the Christmas presentation that will be at 6:30 this evening. So let's go ahead and go through some of those carols. So the first one will be O Come, Emmanuel. And we're going to do 3 verses of that. So if you have the music at home, you can follow along with that. Or just sing with me whatever part you know, maybe just the rejoice, rejoice part. Okay, and our next song is Angels We Have Heard on High. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen, but do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. All of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came to say, Rudolph, with your nose so bright, won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Then how the reindeer loved him as they shouted out with glee, Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer, you'll go down in history. So the last carol we will be singing is Silent Night, and I have this picture book to go along with it, and the pictures tell the story of the birth of Jesus. So please sing along with me as we look at the beautiful pictures that illustrate Jesus's birth. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace. Silent night, holy night, shepherds quake at the sight. Glory streams from heaven afar. Heavenly hosts sing Alleluia. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, Son of God, love's pure light. Radiant beams from thy holy face, with the dawn of redeeming grace. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth, Jesus, Lord, at thy birth. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round yon virgin mother and child, And that's the end. I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas and a wonderful Christmas break. And I look forward to seeing you all in the new year, in the year 2021. Bye, students.